What's going on, everyone? It's Andrew, here to bring you my Bates Motel Season 5, Episode 4 review from my car again. I've been pretty busy this week, and I just watched the episode last night, actually, and I figured I would just do a quick review. So, picking up where we left off last episode, with Caleb being hit by a car that Chick was driving. We didn't know if he was going to survive or not, and it turns out that he actually didn't, which was actually a big surprise to me, and I'm sure many of you guys, because I thought he wouldn't have died at all. And if he did, I didn't think he'd be dead like that. But anyway, they try to decide what to do with the body, and Norman wants to call the police and get them involved, and Chick tells him, dude, chill, I'm the one who hit him, and they're going to find out that he was running from your house, from being locked up in your basement, and it's not going to go well. I mean, I don't know why he would want to have the police. Anyway, Norman decides to kick Chick out and tell him he can't stay here. They can hang out, but he can't live there anymore. It's just too much Norman, I guess. A little bit later, Norman meets the new sheriff in town, Jane Green, I think her name was, because she comes to his house and is looking for Jim Blackwell. And Jim Blackwell was the guy in the first episode who was killed by Norma, and the guy that Norman had the wallet for, and who was hired by Romero to kill him. And she's trying to figure out the mystery of why he had the Bates Motel address, because now Romero escaped and they both had the address, and it looked very sketchy to her, and now she wants to get to the bottom of it. And once Norman finds out that Romero escaped, you can see his face turn into worry, and he has no idea what to expect or what's going to happen next. And a little bit later after that, the sheriff comes to the motel again, and as he was closing up, and looks for a registry book, and or something like that, registry, I don't know. Anyway, she comes and she's like, yo, let me see your registry book. And he's like, okay. Jim Blackwell used to live in Canyon City, and he knew that because he had his wallet and looked through it a couple times, I believe. And he just let that slip, and she was like, whoa, how do you know about that? And I don't remember what he said, but I was like, dude, you're an idiot. Picking up with Madeline again, who is receiving Norman's dead mother's clothes because he's just cleaning out his house. And it was weird. At first, she was a little freaked out that she was getting the dead mother's clothes, but then later on, she invites him over for dinner, actually. And when Norman goes to her house and opens the door, he sees that she is wearing his mother's dress. It's just so creepy. And he was taken aback at first, and so was I. I was like, whoa, Norma just answered the door. But it's not. It's Madeline. They look exactly the same. And now with that dress, I can't even tell them apart. I could, but So they eat. She makes dinner, and she asks Norman if he wants to bake. And they start baking, and a little flirting stuff goes on with each other. Her holding his hand while they're mixing some flour or whatever the hell they're mixing. And of course, obviously, they kiss just like the promo said they would. And they start hardcore kissing until Norman opens his eyes like a creep and sees his mother standing behind Madeline, giving him this angry look. And he freaks out and starts envisioning himself slitting Madeline's throat, because his mother would probably tell him to. And he just books it out of the house, just leaves her like that, and goes back home and is looking for his mother. Starts calling out to her because he wants to talk, I guess, about her interrupting him and Madeline. I guess he thinks that she was really there. And when he goes home, he looks around. He starts to see the place the way we all see it, Chick and all of us watching, that it's a dirty home. It's not the way he envisions it in his head, and that there's no Norma anywhere. So at the very end of it, he's just freaking out. And you can see he has a psycho look on his face, and that's how it ends. And I was like, yo, he's gone. That's it. He's total psycho now. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was one of the best episodes of the season so far, and they've all been really good. But this one was actually really done really well, and I really enjoyed it. And I really can't wait till the next one. I can't wait till Rihanna shows up, because that's going to be freaking awesome. Oh yeah, and Romero's alive. He didn't die from being shot with a shotgun. And he went to some woman's house, and that's all I remember from Romero. Anyway, if you guys like this video, I've also reviewed all the episodes, and I'm going to review all the other episodes coming up. So be sure to hit like and also subscribe so you get all those videos that are coming up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you later.